Hello everyone, welcome back to this episode of InspoGAO, the podcast where you get a nice strong dose of inspiration and creativity. I will be your host for today. My name is Nicholas. Today we have a guest host with us today. Say hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Abraham. I'm from the Faculty of Art and Design as well as the Center for Lifelong Education in NAFA.
Okay, and today we have a guest with us as always, and our guest is none other than Celeste.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm Celeste. People know me as Celest Thoi. I'm a fashion designer now. I was a graphic design graduate in 1997. Very long ago, yes.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
she was emphasizing that.
She was emphasizing you will always be young to us.
Oh, thank you.
And so, InspoGAO gets the inspiration from the coffee and tea that we drink all the time. And we always ask our guests, and this time you are a guest as well, coffee or tea?
Okay, so my go-to drink it's Teh C Peng Kosong, so that's tea. And are you going to ask me why tea?
I'm going to ask you to explain that to people because
Okay.
they see what kosong
So,
is
that's
foreign to a lot of people.
So that's a tea with evaporated milk and no sugar because it comes with age. If you're going to ask me the two reasons why I drink tea over coffee, it's because there is no party without tea. That's the first reason. And then the second reason is because coffee makes me a person with a lot of opinions and tea keeps me employable.
Celeste, what about you? What's
I'm
the
also a
poison?
tea drinker.
Oh, wonderful.
wow.
All right.
But I only like herbal teas.
Okay.
Yeah, because I get very overzealous when I drink caffeine.
I see. Nice. I mean, I drink tea as well. I like good, strong English breakfast. The sort, we call it builder's tea. So the sort where you put lots of tea bags in or loose leaf and then you brew it so strong that the spoon stands straight up. Yeah. So where are you staying now, basically?
I'm based in Kuala Lumpur most
I
of
see.
the time.
I see. I see. What's it like living there?
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much like Singapore.
Okay.
Like food-wise, people-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So you now stay in KL, but you grew up basically in Singapore, lah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Fill us in a little bit about that. What was it like growing up in Singapore, and how did that lead you to kind of what you're doing now?
okay, my mom used to be a seamstress,
Ah,
so
okay.
she used to sew clothes at home.
Okay.
And growing up, because being the eldest, she would ask me hem like clothing that she was making
Okay.
and put on buttons for her.
Right.
So
Wow.
that I think that initial stage kind of honed my
So you got started
interest lah.
early.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know at the time because
Okay.
I would go through her drawers of buttons and
Right.
threads and stuff, and I get to sometimes design my
Right.
own dresses together with my two other sisters. So she will used to bring us to People's Park to
Okay.
buy fabric, and especially during festive season, she will make dresses for me and my sister,
Wow.
and three of us will be wearing like matching.
Did you get to choose the fabric and the design? Or, I mean, for me when I was young, my mom basically picked everything that I wore, and for some reason she would pick the things that I absolutely hated.
Okay, I was lucky. So she will lock three of us to People's Park
so you
and
had a
say, okay,
choice.
see which fabric you like, pick it. And then I am always the one picking the fabric because I'm older than my sisters by 4 and 5 years old. So I naturally have that authority to say, okay, I want it in this fabric. And then I'll be looking through my mom's pattern book. Last time she had like lots of pattern book which I can look through and say, Mom, make this for us.
So, and that because of this kind of upbringing, that kind of got you onto this path of fashion and design and all that. So when did that happen? How did you make that switch to actually I want to do this?
Oh, it didn't happen till I was getting married.
Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't find a dress that I really liked. I was shopping in KL, Singapore, and also in Auckland where I was based then.
Okay.
I couldn't find anything. So then I started thinking of designing my own wedding dress.
Okay, at that time, did you already know how to make a dress, or you were like,
No, not at all.
so you just decided to just do it?
Yeah, I really like just being fearless and jump into this bandwagon of like designing my own wedding dress and looking for fabric and getting people to help me with, like, I conceptualize something and get someone to actually sew it for me.
Okay, so that's fantastic. You basically got that dress, and that, I mean, there's that, what's that saying? Necessity is the mother of invention, right? And so because of that, you just thought, I can do better, I'm going to make my own.
Yeah, so I just go with the flow, and I also took night classes while I was in a new country. I don't know any friends there, so I was going to night classes every night for like 3 months.
Wow.
So I look at a lot of fashion books and read up a lot as well. Yeah, and also understanding fabrics, what different thickness, what different fabrics will create different silhouettes and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I suppose like your background from your mother and all these night classes kind of just all merged together and kind of all pieced itself.
Actually it does. I will sometimes jump back to my childhood thinking about like how my mom used to do certain things to make certain things
Effects,
poofy, you
right,
know. She
yeah.
used to like to make like those princess dresses for us.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So there was a lot of tulle
Yeah,
fabrics under to
Yes.
create that silhouette.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it kind of linked back to bridal dresses.
Right.
So
Just,
my first shop
inspired.
was started in New Zealand
Okay.
because I was residing there
Which part of New Zealand was this?
in Auckland.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got married, and my husband was working there.
Ah, okay.
So then he imported me into New Zealand, and then like I mentioned, I had no friends
And that
and
was
don't
how-
know anyone.
Right. And how hard was it? I mean,
Oh, it was hard. Like I was in my 20s,
Wow.
and going to a new country with nobody there,
right.
it's quite miserable. And also, like most of the friends that I know were like his friend's wife or his friend's girlfriend. You know, that. So then when I thought, okay, maybe I come up with a business and keep myself busy, then start my life new. That's what I did, and with my husband's support, we set up a little wedding suite. It's called the Wedding Suite in New Zealand, in Queen Street, which is like in the city.
So you set up this suite, and yeah, tell me more about that. Like, how was it like initially, and how did it eventually grow?
Oh, it was very hard initially because, like I said, I got no connection whatsoever, and then I was working with some of the bridal magazines locally.
Okay.
So that kind of helped me have some traction,
Okay.
and people started calling because I was only on appointments only. And it was a very small and humble little place. I know a lot of my husband's friends, girlfriends
yeah.
or like wife-to-be or whatever. So
Yeah.
I started making a lot of wedding dresses for that group of people.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of started my business.
Nice.
So when people are happy with your service, then they started spreading the word, and then
Yeah.
if you go to a wedding and you see the dress and you'll be like, oh, where's this dress from, and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I start having clients. But I also learned a lot during that initial start of the business,
Okay.
because there were a lot of trials and failures
Right,
that I have
okay.
to learn from mistakes.
Did it ever cross your mind, you know, when you were younger, that you would actually become, you know, a businesswoman of sorts? No?
I thought I'm just going to work for a corporate, like a big corporation or a big advertising company. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of diverged, you know, quite a bit, because if we take it back a little bit, you did not always, you know, your schooling years, you did not do fashion design as well. So you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Okay, I did graphic because at that time my parents reckoned that graphic will have a more diverse route for me
Oh,
to
they're
be
very
in.
practical parents.
Yeah, so I can either be in publishing and advertising or multimedia at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess at that time, NAFA was one of those few places that actually offered you the pathway?
So it was I'm very blessed that my parents are always very supportive of what I want to pursue in life. But it was actually my secondary school teacher that actually pushed me to go to NAFA.
Okay,
He's like,
interesting.
you are very good at art and you've been winning like competitions, like drawing competitions in school and stuff. So why don't you consider like this school, and NAFA is known to have like rich history of like art and design.
I think it's nice that your parents were extremely supportive as well. I think maybe at that day and age, I think art and design wasn't very much favored by parents.
Everyone was
like science
going
and math,
to
the STEM subjects.
or like actually my mom told me not to really go into fashion because it's a lot of hard work.
Correct.
And the ROI is not there.
I think people who are in the creative industry know this very well. So they often tell people, take it with a grain of salt. Like if you really want to do it, then sure, by all means, but it's not easy, and it does come with a lot of, you do need to work quite a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So,
but I guess if you are passionate about something, you naturally have that heart to want to do well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's a combination of two things. You need to have the attitude and the aptitude in order to survive. So how did your studies in NAFA actually set you up for that alternate path?
So I guess like graphic design is, like I said, more diverse.
Yeah.
So in NAFA, I feel it actually, I'm very appreciative that they actually nurture us to be more individualistic.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when we did our final graduation show, we were able to pick a topic that we were passionate about.
Right.
And I guess it's not the technical skills that drive us, but more like you say, the aptitude. Like
The soft skills.
yes,
Okay.
the attitude towards life and the attitude of liking, loving what you do.
Right.
That helped me and
Drive you
And drive
to
me to-
create something
yes.
that is unique.
But I mean, I suppose even though the hard skills for a graphic designer and a fashion designer are kind of different, you might use different softwares as well, but maybe the conceptualization process, the thinking process, are they similar? And is that how, you could transition?
I reckon being creative, there's no boundaries. When you have an eye for detail and you set your heart and mind into something, you will go far. I reckon that's the case. I have friends who were like, say, architects, and then they became photographers because they love photography. And they are doing really well.
Yeah.
And I don't always see myself as a fashion designer because like I was doing everything on my own initially because I have a very lean team.
Okay.
So I was maybe the visual communicator. I was the web content designer.
You're the Saikang warrior, basically.
So
You did
like
everything.
PR, marketing, sales, anything, you name it. Yeah.
So guys, come to NAFA.
Then you can talk about everything.
Yes. And now for a special announcement, guys. I am not pregnant, but NAFA is taking part in Singapore Night Festival this year again. And the theme for this year's event is Myths and Legends. So please, it's happening across 21st August to 5th September. Come down and support the NAFA showcases and performance and see you then. So when you transition, eventually from graphic to design to fashion design, did your mom have any thoughts about it, considering she told you about the hardships of...
She's like, you have a good job, why don't you keep it? Because at that time, I was working for Lotus Consulting, which is under IBM.
Okay.
And
Was that your first job after NAFA? Or?
My first job after NAFA was in advertising. So I actually do enjoy advertising a lot.
Okay.
And then I got headhunted to join IBM. So I did all the like graphic user interface design,
Oh, wow,
the
okay.
intranets, the front end of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so anything that is flashy and like graphic, it's my
Right,
job.
okay, yes, yeah.
And then I was working in the Singapore office for a year before they transferred me to the Melbourne office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was working for
what you
projects like Sydney Olympics 2000
Oh, okay.
and like Australian Open and
So
stuff
did you
like that.
did you have to stay in Australia as well, or did you do it all?
We are always
seamlessly?
in neighboring countries, it seems.
I think that's good because it gives you that exposure to see something different. I know it's a bit cruel, but it probably changed the way you see things to some extent.
Definitely.
And therefore, I suppose wherever you go now, you will have that mindset to like adapt to whichever area that you go to. Yeah. Yeah. And then now you say that you are living in KL. So I kind of want to know how that all just was that like the link. It sounds like your life is very exciting. So
I guess it was fun when
Yeah.
I was a young adult.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice to explore different parts of the world.
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, my husband is Malaysian, so my in-laws were pressuring us to move back to Malaysia after
okay.
my kids were born.
okay.
They were coming to New Zealand like every 3 months just to see the grandkids.
Right. Did you ever consider like even like raising your children in New Zealand at that time?
We
or-
wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, but then my mother-in-law said, give me 10 years, I might not be around. And they were like, whoa, okay, that is serious. We
Right,
better
okay.
consider moving back to
Okay.
Asia.
And how old were your children then when she gave you the ultimatum?
My youngest was only 1 year old, and my elder one was 3.
Wow.
So then we
Okay.
moved back in 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after Malaysia, where next?
So after Malaysia, after moving back to Malaysia, I was like at a loss, don't know what to do. I was thinking to myself if I should start another label like in fashion. But then, like I said, I have no friends and I don't know anyone in a new country again. So that was challenging. I went into lecturing for like 3 semesters. And then I was helping out at friend's bridal label.
Studios, okay.
And someone asked me to join the Malaysia Fashion Week at that time. And I'm like, I have no collection to show. And she's like, I give you this amount of time, like just a few months, come out with like 20 looks, and then I will put you in a slot.
And of course you said yes.
Initially, I said no because I was like, no way am I gonna come out with so many looks in that few months. But then I thought, I had a discussion with my husband and he's like very supportive about it, and then I piano.
At this point, I'd like to remind everyone to check our past episodes on saying yes to everything, then figuring out how the heck you're going to maneuver your way through it. In this case, congratulations.
Thank you.
You probably had no idea. You're like, okay, let's just turn out.
Yeah, just do it.
Don't not show up because you're scared. Don't not show up because you're shy. You just have the courage to just show up.
Maybe sometimes that's the more or most important thing.
Yeah,
than
don't
just
overanalyze, just do it.
Yeah,
I think what's nice is that someone actually had the faith and said like, no, you can do it, just do. And then they're like, okay, I know you can do it, you know, like even though you say, I don't have anything to offer, they're like, oh, I'm sure you'll come up with something. And they mean it in good faith sometimes, so.
I guess like God placed different angels for me in life, and they really helped me a lot.
And this is the angel that says, go and do, go and do.
And I was really grateful that the Malaysian media and like friends and clients are all very welcoming, even though I'm not local.
Okay, good. Then that's good. So you are now back in KL, and this is after you have spent years in New Zealand, starting yourself all over again. What was that like?
Challenging.
Tell us all about it.
Yeah, it was because like a lot of the government forms and stuff were all in Malay, and I have no idea about the language. And I am Singaporean, so I have to get my husband in as my business partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, he has to be part of the business.
Okay. But it's all the administrative work that you had to do initially just to get settled in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you got back to Malaysia, like what were you thinking? Were you like thinking, okay, this is it, I'm just going to like raise my children and like, or what made you do the things
My
you
kids
did?
were only 1 and 3 at a time when we moved back, and I just can't see myself being a stay-home mom.
Okay.
But I was really lucky that my mother-in-law was helping me with my kids, so then I can focus on the business.
Ah, okay. So tell us a bit more about the business that you set up this time round.
So, like I said, initially I didn't want to set it up,
Yes.
but because of the fashion show that I had to put up for, and then it doesn't make sense not to set up a business after that. So I had to set up a business, and then I had to learn from my mistakes in New Zealand. Yeah, whatever mistakes I've made, I want to make it better in Malaysia. But I named my business my name.
Nice.
So nice is a double-edged sword because like I was slaving to the business. Everyone wants to see me. They want to make appointment to see me, and I had to, like I say, do sales and marketing and whatever not, right?
Yeah.
Was it still a one-person business?
No, by the time I started my business, I was working with interns.
Okay.
And then eventually my intern became my permanent staff.
Nice.
And
very
she's still with me till today.
Wow,
Yeah.
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah, I'm very grateful, and
This means you're a great boss.
That's true. Yeah, because otherwise they all have left.
I hope so.
So I think when we understand that when you moved back and settled down in Malaysia, you started another label with your good friends as inspiration. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
You mean Coterie, right? Okay, it was born out of pandemic, actually.
Oh, right, okay.
So after doing PPE, there was no wedding, no events, no nothing for us to do anything, and I have to support my team, my seamstresses and my team of 6 people, and then there's also the monthly rental that I have to put up with during that time, and I was at the Gardens Mall at the time, so rental was quite a big chunk. So then I always love wearing white shirts myself. I love anything that's white, and I always believe that you need a staple white shirt in your wardrobe all the time. So then I thought, okay, since everyone is going on to Zoom meetings, why don't I just make white shirts that are kind of cool and stylish for Zoom meetings? So then I spoke to a few of my girlfriends, and they were like, yeah, we need that, you know, we are all having Zoom meetings, and I was wearing my pajamas and my ugly t-shirt. So if you were to do white shirts, I would definitely support you. So that got me started.
And that's the inspiration behind the name, right? Because Coterie actually means like a close-knitted group.
Yeah, so I named it after my girlfriend.
And how did the label do? You know, because it was born out of COVID. It was like a side label. Is it still? Are you still running that label now?
So I am showing it at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week every year now.
Okay. Wow.
It's been since 2022 or 20. Yeah.
Do you get to work with other like brand names like that? I mean, like any collaborations besides Mercedes, to do these, fashion shows?
Yeah, I've collaborated with quite a few brands that I really admire.
Any of them?
Yeah, so like there was this brand called Sarakichi. It's a kimono manufacturer. They manufacture like fabrics for kimono.
Okay.
In Tokyo.
Nice.
And it's like 3rd generation. It's been around for 150 years.
Wow.
So I got to use their fabric to turn it into something a bit more modern. And then I also work with Tiffany & Co.
Wow.
Noritake.
Oh, Noritake?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What did you do for that?
I design plates and cups.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, how in the world did you Noritake? Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the fact that I can use my own design language into different aspects of design.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the culture and the storytelling part of things behind it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting. It's like so you get to work with people who are not necessarily just fashion designers and all that. Yeah. Any others that are interesting? Did you work with any, like, say, food and beverage?
I did with Mandarin Oriental.
Okay.
So I designed their pastries for their high tea.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you designed the pastries. Wow.
So I had my logo on it, on one of the chocolate and
So
stuff.
you're extremely versatile. So you're basically your skills, design skills, can be transferred across different media.
So like, I guess my foundation in design helped me in
Yeah,
doing all
yeah.
that.
Yes, guys, come to NAFA.
But
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
interesting when you have these cross collaborations that don't necessarily do the same thing. Yeah, so that I find very, very interesting.
So cross-discipline.
Yeah,
of
correct.
things,
Cross discipline, like you see your label on a chocolate or whatever, and then one day maybe you see your entire white shirt collection all turned into pastries or something, which will be very interesting.
That would be fun.
There were so many changes, across your career, your personal life. But was there were there one or two guiding principles that really anchored you and made you overcome all these different challenges that you experienced?
Let's say that any people who are aspiring to be
Yeah.
like you.
I think this would be useful advice for our students as
I
well.
think you have to be very adaptable.
Okay.
Yeah, just go with the flow and don't overanalyze a situation. Yeah, I think that's very important, especially when I had to move countries and all that. You just have to adapt and be resilient about things. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And of course, to know good friends in a country is very important because that make your life a bit more
It's easier, right?
to live
Yeah.
in that new country. Yeah.
So I mean, making friends is just as important as honing your craft.
So a lot of my brides whom I used to dress are now my personal friends.
Okay, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful.
So it's to be adaptable and to have friends. So in Gen Z language, that's YOLO and have your gang. Yeah.
YOLO.
You have to get out of your comfort zone
You
somehow.
do, absolutely, yeah.
If you don't, then nothing will grow.
Correct, right? Nothing. You can't learn anything. Also, you have to try something that makes you uncomfortable at first. And I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
If there's something you could share with our students these days, like if there's a message for them that you want them to take home, what would that be?
So I believe that human relationships are very important, and I cherish a lot of my my friendships with my friends and also my lecturers whom I recently saw, Mr. NK Tan.
Yes.
He's still
Hi, NK.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really heartwarming and very deeply emotionally gratifying to see that he's still teaching, passing down to the next generations after so many generations already.
And now it's time for our favorite segment of the podcast, questions from the mug. So if you please.
All right. Okay. I like this question. So Celeste, what are some recent trends in the fashion industry that you wish would disappear?
I would say fast fashion.
Tell us more.
I just feel that fast fashion is so disposable and it is not respectful of fashion, like the craftsmanship and all the, what you say,
The work that people put in.
yeah, all the time and effort being put into an outfit. Yeah, if you just consume it, like
So
just buy it
basically-
for an Instagram post and then you dispose it, I think that's
Well, that's kind
really
of
a waste.
That's kind of wasteful, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I mean for the environment as well.
I was going to ask, what exactly is fast fashion for me? I do not know anything. I'm thinking like, when you say fast fashion, I think like Mac fashion, like McDonald's or something.
Something like that, I think,
Okay.
for the fashion industry, where they rip off maybe a certain designer, and then they make it into, maybe sometimes they simplify the design, and then they make it really, really affordable to buy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's slightly cheaper, probably much
It's way cheaper.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's go for the next question.
Next
The
question.
cup, please.
Okay. Okay, this is the biggest piece, so I'm taking it.
Okay, maybe the font is very big.
Oh, it's handwritten.
See?
What's more important to you, passion or talent? This sounds like a GPSA, but yeah.
Definitely the passion. I think if you have the passion for something, you go a longer way. Yeah. You might have the talent, but you might not have the passion. Then the talent might just go sideways if you don't have the passion for it.
But my dad will say passion 不可以当饭吃的.
But if you have the passion, then you put your heart into it. That's what I reckon.
Pa, are you listening?
This will be a question that we will ask ourselves all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm here and I tell myself, you kind of need to have both.
Definitely you need to have both.
Being the musician in an ideal situation, you kind of need to have both and you want to use both at the same time. Because remember, I have that excuse of if you are very passionate but you don't really have talent, someone who is less passionate than you but is just more talented than you will take your job. And you can't do anything about it because everyone wants the best thing available. They're not going to care about how passionate the person is. They just want the best. I want to wear the best wedding dress for my wedding. I want the best string quartet to play for my wedding. I want the best plastic surgeon to work on my face. Nobody says, can I please have an average plastic surgeon? I would like to have an average doctor working on my brain, please.
But I find that if you are passionate about something, you tend to be more hardworking.
Yes, passion is important because it drives the work and it drives your focus and concentration to be more talented. All right, so that's it for this episode, I believe. Thank you very much for coming to today's podcast, Celeste.
Thank you
very,
so
very
much.
insightful.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to Abraham,
Thank you,
our guest.
thank you.
Hopefully you'll come back and share some of the
I
work with
hope
us.
if I'm still employable after.
I'm sure you will. You'll be fine. So we'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.